North Korean troops have been deployed to support Russian forces in Ukraine. This startling development has shocked the international community and could have profound implications for global stability. Why has North Korea chosen to send troops to Russia? What does this mean for the geopolitical landscape and for America's role in international affairs? Stay tuned as we uncover the details and analyze the potential consequences of this unprecedented alliance. To fully grasp the gravity of this situation, we need to consider the broader geopolitical context. North Korea and Russia have a complex relationship, and this latest move marks a significant shift in their strategic alignment. So let's dive into the historical background to understand how we got here. North Korea has long maintained a formidable military presence, with one of the largest standing armies in the world. Historically, it has relied on alliances with countries like China and Russia for military and economic support. The relationship with Russia, while sometimes strained, has included significant cooperation in recent years. Under Vladimir Putin, Russia has pursued an assertive foreign policy, seeking to expand its influence and counter Western dominance. The conflict in Ukraine, which began with Russia's invasion in 2020, has been a focal point of this strategy. There have been numerous incidents that have tested the North Korea-Russia relationship. Border disputes, economic sanctions, and conflicting interests in regional stability have all contributed to a fragile alliance. Despite these challenges, both nations have managed to avoid direct military confrontation until now. Earlier this year, Putin and Kim Jong-un signed a comprehensive strategic partnership pact, pledging mutual military assistance. This agreement sets the stage for the current deployment of North Korean troops to aid Russia in its ongoing conflict with Ukraine. North Korean special forces have already been transported to Russia's Far East, with up to 12,000 troops expected to be involved. These troops are believed to be stationed in regions such as Kursk and Bryansk. North Korea's state media has not officially confirmed the troop deployment, but intelligence reports and satellite imagery from South Korea support these claims. Meanwhile, Russia has been relatively silent on the specifics, focusing instead on broader strategic narratives. The Strategic Partnership Pact between North Korea and Russia includes a clause similar to NATO's Article 5, stating that an attack on one will be met with mutual military assistance. This pact underscores the seriousness of the current situation and the potential for broader conflict. It's crucial to understand the dire situation in North Korea, where the nation is experiencing one of its worst famines since the 1990s. Hundreds of thousands of people are going hungry every night. This desperate situation drives people to innovate in their search for food, which has even led to incidents of North Korean soldiers consuming dog meat, much to the shock of Russian soldiers they are now stationed with. The United States has expressed deep concern over the deployment of North Korean troops. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin highlighted the seriousness of the situation, indicating that it could complicate the geopolitical landscape further. American officials are wary of the implications for global stability and are closely monitoring the developments. South Korea has condemned the military cooperation between North Korea and Russia. Officials have vowed to respond with all available means, coordinating with international allies to address this new threat. The South Korean government has summoned the Russian ambassador to express their grave concerns and discussed the issue with NATO allies to strengthen their defensive posture. The European Union, Japan, and other global powers have also voiced their concerns. The potential for escalation has prompted calls for diplomatic engagement to prevent a wider conflict. Countries like China have offered to mediate talks between North Korea and Russia to de-escalate tensions and ensure regional stability. Public opinion in the US and other Western countries is varied, with some calling for strong diplomatic measures and others advocating for military preparedness. The situation has sparked debates about the role of international law and the effectiveness of existing global security frameworks in addressing such crises. Amid these international concerns, Russia continues to face significant internal challenges. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev has made provocative statements about the US and NATO, while almost a quarter of Russians still lack basic amenities like indoor plumbing. This internal unrest and the high casualty rates among Russian soldiers, reportedly approaching 700,000, further complicate the situation. The deployment of North Korean troops could disrupt global markets, especially if the conflict in Ukraine intensifies. Their investors are already seeking safer assets, and any further escalation could lead to significant economic instability. Sanctions against North Korea and Russia may also impact global trade, particularly in energy and raw materials. With both North Korean and Russian troops engaged in Ukraine, the risk of a broader regional conflict increases. This could draw in neighboring countries and possibly lead to direct confrontations involving NATO forces. The presence of North Korean troops adds a new layer of complexity to the conflict, making it harder for diplomatic solutions to be reached. A large-scale conflict could result in massive displacement of people, creating a refugee crisis. Humanitarian organizations are preparing for potential increases in the need for aid and support in the region. The impact on civilian populations in both Ukraine and neighboring countries could be devastating, with shortages of food, water, and medical supplies. This alliance between North Korea and Russia could lead to significant geopolitical shifts. Other countries in the region may be forced to realign their strategies and alliances in response to this new threat. The balance of power in East Asia and Europe could be altered, leading to increased instability and uncertainty. There is also the potential for increased cyber warfare, as both North Korea and Russia have significant capabilities in this area. Cyber attacks could target critical infrastructure in Ukraine and other countries, leading to widespread disruption and chaos. The stability of East Asia is crucial for the United States. The deployment of North Korean troops to Russia complicates America's strategic calculations and its commitments to allies like South Korea and Japan. The U.S. must navigate this complex situation carefully to protect its interests and maintain its global standing. The U.S. government is likely to increase its military presence in the region and enhance cooperation with allies. Diplomatic efforts will also be crucial in addressing the situation and preventing further escalation. Congress may debate various responses, weighing the risks and benefits of different actions. For American citizens, this development highlights the interconnectedness of global security. The U.S. must be prepared to address potential threats, including economic impacts, cyber attacks, and military confrontations. Ensuring the safety and security of American citizens at home and abroad will be a top priority. The U.S. may pursue diplomatic measures to de-escalate the situation, including engaging with China and other regional powers. Building a coalition of nations to address the threat posed by the North Korea-Russia alliance could be an effective strategy. Clear and effective communication with the American public will be essential. The government must provide accurate information and reassurance, addressing concerns and outlining steps being taken to protect national security. In summary, the deployment of North Korean troops to Russia marks a significant escalation in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This move has far-reaching implications for global stability and the United States. As the world watches closely, the actions of North Korea and Russia will be critical in determining the future of international relations. The international community must work together to prevent further escalation and find a peaceful resolution to this crisis. Stay informed and prepared by subscribing to USA Affairs. We'll continue to bring you the latest updates and in-depth analysis on this and other critical issues. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends.